All right, good morning, everybody. Let's see, let's make sure that we are streaming. All right, all right, good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Glad to be back with y'all. We're back here in the shop on this cold and rainy day, but that's going to be a good day to be in the shop. So, anyway, just to let y'all know, lake season has come to an end, sadly. Tuesday was our last hurrah out there on the lake. The waters started to get a little bit cooler, and the fact that that lake is fed by two rivers that come directly out of the mountains means that it gets cold really fast. And so, I mean, potentially tomorrow could have been, but we went ahead and took everything off the boat the other day and just got it sort of ready to put away for the winter, sadly. So, anyway, next summer we will get started early and have even more weekends on the lake. Wait, the kitties are out here. So if I jump suddenly, then you know why. These kitties are all being mischievous, very mischievous and rambunctious, in fact. So, yes, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of them. Let's say good morning to everybody. Rune, good morning. Dana, good morning. Let's see, who else do we have here? G Key Man, possibly going to the flea market, but listening. Ronald, good morning. Let's see, who else do we have? Miko Wolf, good morning. Robert Patton, Dave Addion, Kurt O, Lock and Key, Nate Godden. Let's see, who else? All right, audio and video are good. Awesome. Thank you, Dana. Okay. S&M Lock and Key, formerly known as Firefighter 1241. Good morning to you. Yes. Cornelia, say good morning to everybody. Mm-hmm. Okay, come here. Yep, we got plenty of kitties everywhere. Uh, I'm sure we'll see the kittens, but so the past couple weeks I've taken off a few extra days here and there, and this past week I actually only worked 2 days. So anyway, the next week it will be back to the full regular schedule, and um, we got a lot of jobs coming up, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of stuff. Got some stuff to look at today. Got an old pin kit that we're gonna take a look at. Also have a Schlage Connect deadbolt that I took off a while back and replaced with something else because it failed. We're going to talk about kind of what it failed. Also, there's some news from Schlage about their smart deadbolts, so we'll cover that in a little bit. Let's see. Dana was on the river yesterday for 6 or 7 hours. Awesome. Kayaking and a little fishing. That sounds great. Um, yeah, I wish the water stayed a little bit warmer down here, just a little bit longer. We could maybe get one more weekend out of things, but like today, it's 65 degrees here and raining, and it's even colder and rainier up at the lake. So yeah, yeah, Rune, the kittens are getting big. I potentially have a home for one of them. Um, Actually, the one that was just up here. So hopefully they'll be going to homes soon, and I can start to bring Cornelia into the house and introduce her to the other kitties, and they can all get along because Cornelia really needs a lot of affection. She's a very affectionate kitty, aren't you? Yes, you are. Here, I can turn you around here. No need to sit in the corner. There you go. Uh, anyway, uh, so yeah. Hopefully everybody's been well. I know it's been what, God, 2 weeks, 2 weeks in between, so 3 weeks since the last live that I did. Appreciate y'all coming back. and appreciate every one of you always. Y'all are great people. Um, big kitties, big curiosities. Yes, definitely. I came out here the other day and they had knocked everything down. The light, tripod, half the stuff that was on Splinter, which Splinter's getting crowded. It's about time for a good, thorough shop cleaning and getting everything kind of put back in its place. So we may do that again. Yeah, Kitty's messing with the tripod. They're over there on the workbench now. Let me actually just like turn on here. And I was going to try to pick up one of the other kitties, but that didn't work. So, all right. I guess for the first thing, let's take a look at this pin kit. This is an old pin kit, and somebody, I'm not sure exactly how we got it, but somebody brought it into the shop and gave it to us. And so, I don't know, we're going to do this, do this. So this is a Zips Deluxe Master Pin Assortment, number 80, from the Zip Lock Company out of Columbus, Ohio. So up there near Jeff Moss's neck of the woods. And it doesn't have a pinning guide um, like you would have on a lab kit. Let's see here. And I think this is a 5 thousandths kit, so it goes 165, 170, 75, 80, so on and so forth, all the way up to 360. No pins in there, just screw and a little ball bearing. Some of the pins are empty. 240. That's probably your most common pin that you're going to use here in the U.S. Um, so at least it has 240. I'm not sure how the 5 thousandths kit actually does with like Schlage. Like I've never used a 5 thousandths kit. And then you got a pullout for your top pins, master pins, and it goes 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 30, 60, 90, and 120. Those are going to be uh, 2, 4, 6, and 8 masters for Schlage. Looks like you got some assorted pins and parts, some springs and such. Just kind of a cool old kit though. It's kind of falling apart almost. There's no way to secure this lower part apparently, and I guess it slides right out the back. So not a great design for a pin kit, but it's pretty cool. You know, to be old and everything. Might still have some useful pins in here. I have not even attempted to start putting back together my lab mini kit that exploded back in May. Maybe one day I will. Maybe I'll just have to buy a new kit. So I'm going to put this over here. Then we can pull out this lock. This is the Schlage Connect. And you've seen me show the sense and encode, both of them, on live, and I think I did some standalone videos too, if I remember correctly. Let's see. But the customer, I did this months ago. The customer had, like, it failed on her, and she didn't want it anymore, and we found that the connects, I've replaced several connects, um, Okay. But I've replaced several of the connects, and the batteries apparently don't last that long in them. Um, the the motors burn out, and this one just completely stopped working. I think it was actually handed the other way. And Schlage actually announced the other day that there we go, that they were discontinuing the Connect and the Sense both. And while they didn't say it, I think it's due to the Schlage Encode Plus that is coming out. It's already on Schlage's website for the Encode Plus, but it's basically an encode with Bluetooth and near field capabilities, and allows you to connect to Apple HomeKit, which is what I use with the Schlage Sense. But then also you can use near field, so like with your phone or your watch, and actually just hold that up and that'll unlock, which I'm waiting to actually get one in my hands. And I asked our Allegiant rep a few weeks ago if he had gotten one yet, and he hasn't. So he knows that I can pretty much sell anything that connects to Apple. In fact, my boss told him that, just as much, that anything that connects with Apple HomeKit will, I can sell it because I'm the only one who uses Apple that works in the shop. Let's see here. Let's see. What were cute, adorable fur balls slowly turning into needy jerks. Yep, that's it. That's it. But they're lovely kitties. And this one especially is the most rambunctious. He's getting so big, too. Getting really big. Let go. Let go. Come over here and sit with your mommy. So we can look at kind of how this is put together. Maybe do a reset on it. Let's see. Everything on your side of the pond is so badly put together that it should still work. I don't know, Ren. With some of the, uh, like with the quickset or the knockoff stuff, yeah, it'll probably work pretty well. But Schlage, especially with Schlage commercial cylinders, you pretty much have to be spot on. Because you can even, I mispinned one the other day, and I think I was off by, like on one of the master wafers, I grabbed one that was right next to it, or one that was 3 thousandths off from one little compartment, got into the other. And I grabbed that one, and it locked the whole thing up. I had to shim it to get it open and pin it correctly, fix it. Let's see. Peter Zenner, good morning to you in Sioux Falls. Lowell Forbes, good morning. Work phone is a Samsung POS, and I hate it. Yep. Yeah, I can't even use an Android hardly, or a Google phone or anything like that. Like, is even answering phone calls is difficult for me. But you can see here that we do have a button back here. I think that's a button. Never understood what those buttons were for. Well, I do on the Sense, but yeah, anytime you run into one of these, this Schlage, and it's got the big interior section, it's either going to be a Sense or a Connect. And if you just pop the cover off for the battery and look, the Sense will have like a little Bluetooth chip right here, and that's an easy way without taking the thing all the way off the door and looking at the label. The Connect's the 468. The Sense is the 478 or 479, and then the encode is the 489. So you can look at that if you're trying to figure out which model it is. And of course, the Connect only does Z-Wave or Zigbee. The Sense does Bluetooth, and the encode does straight Wi-Fi. And like I said, the Encode Plus does Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Let's see. Good morning, Jay, Logs, New York. So we'd like to try one of those flipper fold fancy phones to see if it can handle a locksmith world. Just made for those office people. Yeah, I don't know. That's an awful lot, moving and bending the screen, and I don't know if I would trust it. Let's see if we can maybe do a factory reset on this. I think the way that you do factory reset on these is disconnect the power, hold down on the Schlage button, perhaps. So don't think let's see. 392. Okay. So that's how I guess that's the motor just turning around, because it doesn't know which hand it is now. So it's supposed to go the other way. So it just spins in a full circle now. I guess because it's not handed. But these really eat up a lot of battery life. They're not that great. It's kind of good to see them discontinued. If you do replace these with something, you may want to hang on to one of the actual deadbolt latches, because they will work with the Sense and the encode. Because all of the Schlage smart deadbolts, well, these series have the tailpiece that has a little nub on it there. And if you have an actual bolt failure, which I have seen, one that was brand new and it failed completely, the bolt did. I think I talked about it on live actually, and I didn't have a replacement bolt. Let's see if I can get this line back up, because it's completely upside down now. Okay. So now I believe it's handed correctly. But you can hear just how loud this thing is. Really, really kind of annoying. So I'm going to disconnect it. I don't have any use for it because I don't have anything that runs on Z-Wave. So this will be parts. The Schlage J series is what I replaced it with. And these are Schlage's newest standalone keypad deadbolts. They're a lower price point. You can get them, I think, for about $120, $130. They do make a version that connects to Z-Wave devices, but uh, yeah, I've not tried those again because there's really nothing to use Z-Wave with unless if it's like an alarm system, maybe. But yeah, not not going to do that. If I'm going to connect it to anything, I want it to connect to Wi-Fi or HomeKit. Let's see here. Work for both Android and Apple. Apples are more idiot-proof. Just leave it there. Android, you got to have some knowledge of tech. Yeah, that's true. Um, Legless Lockpicker, good afternoon to you. Let's see, had an apartment lockout at 11 last night. Wow. The original complaint on this was that she entered her code and got the green check mark that it was the correct code. However, it just didn't unlock. Just completely quit working. And she thought it was maybe a one-time fluke. And then because it started working again. And then it failed again where it just didn't unlock. And she didn't want to get locked out of her house and wanted it replaced with something different. So that's why I swapped it out for the J series. See, upgrading the Black Widow's best thing is working great. Awesome. Don Picks, good morning. Alan Corson, good morning. So even if someone tries to sneak in by hacking your system at night, the motor will wake you up. Yep, that's for sure. Even on the Sense is just a little bit quieter than the Connect, but not by much. Now, I did an install the other day, Thursday, in fact, for a family, and I had originally quoted them for an encode, but they went and found a quickset connected lock and wanted to go with it. And I still did still drilled the uh, holes, drilled the door to mount it because they only had, just for a latch, which actually they had an old quickset electronic deadbolt in there instead of a latch and a dummy knob on the outside to pull it shut. Uh, the previous owners had installed all that. So anyway, they wanted something new that they could connect to and decided to go with quickset instead of the Schlage. And I put that thing on there, and it was twice as loud as this one. I mean, I put it in there, and they were setting up the app and configuring it and everything, and I was working on a back patio door that they were having some issues with, and heard it all the way across the house. I mean, it was horrible. And even the customer, she even said, this is really, really loud. And I'm like, yeah, it is. The encode would be a lot quieter because you barely hear the encodes. Don't worry, Schlage will discontinue it in a year. Yeah, um, I don't know. The J series, I can't really say yay or nay that I like them because we've only been selling them since I think we got the first ones like in February or March, maybe. Um, Not gotten called back out to any of them, but uh, we'll see. Peter Zinner, good morning. Let's see, connector problem. Yeah, either a connector problem or it was just I don't know. There was I remember when I swapped it out. This has been several months ago when I did it. But the strike alignment was fine. It's smooth as glass, didn't rub or touch on anything. So it's definitely an electronics problem. See, I've seen those where the green unlock happens. If I pull the door shut a little more and operate the handle, it'll open. Yeah, I don't know, that door, I do remember that door was in good shape, with strike alignment and everything. Good security system for your house, a good canine, and hook a wind chime to your door every time the door opens. Yeah, exactly. Um, Now I've got on my house with the Sense, since it runs through Apple HomeKit, I get a notification on my phone, which the Encode actually does that too, where you get a notification on your phone um, every time that the lock is locked or unlocked. Of course, you can customize those, but it I get that notification, and then I also have it set to automatically relock the my side door, which is the door I use the most. And you might think that's a little annoying to have your deadbolt automatically locked behind you, but it's great for, in the morning if you're taking off to work or something and you don't have to worry about, did I lock it? Did I hit the button? Which normally I hit the button to lock it. Um, but yeah, I get a notification on my phone and my iPad every time that any door is locked or unlocked. Let's see. So as much door slamming and jarring the lock gets, the wiring, connectors, and any soldering joint gets broken. Hard to troubleshoot. Work, everything operates, and never by the homeowner. Yeah, yeah. They wear out, and especially if you have poor strike alignment. Because I always tell any customer who gets a new electronic deadbolt, I say, when you lock it from the inside with the thumb turn, if you start to notice that you have to force it to go into place, then that's an issue. And what I tell them to do is open the door and then operate the thumb turn. And if it operates smoothly with the door open, but doesn't work with the door closed, then is a strike alignment issue, and they need to call us or another locksmith, to come out and fix the strike alignment issue as soon as they notice that, because it will shorten the life of your electronic deadbolt. Yes, buddy. What is it? Huh? Everybody else is sleeping. Um, yeah, and today's a great day to sleep because it's pouring the rain outside. Uh, so that's what I've got with those two things. The safe lock that I put on the last live that I did, um, I've not really messed with it anymore, so I'm still having the same issue. It is actually locked because the dial does work. I can dial the combination in and then open the door, so I've got it on there. But, of course, I'm not happy with it because it's not the way that it's supposed to be. Install a smart lock for my sister. Have to change the batteries every 2 months. Wow, Miko, what kind of lock was it? Um, because changing the batteries every 2 months. If it's connected, if it's a connected lock, then actually that could be a sign of uh, that it doesn't have a good Wi-Fi connection where it's located. I have seen that happen, where people have Wi-Fi enabled locks, but they are kind of on the fringe of the Wi-Fi, and it'll actually eat the batteries up because the lock's constantly trying to connect to the Wi-Fi if it gets low signal. So that could be an issue. Wow, we've got 23 viewers right now. 22? Awesome. All right, so let's see, what else did I have? Showed you guys multi-lock cylinders a while back. Um, I had something else out here. can't think of what it is. Something else I was going to look at. Hmm. Oh well. Um, so in the since lake season is over, in the next few months, I'm really wanting to get people uh, back on, with coming on live with me, and we just schedule a Saturday morning to come on. It's easy if you want to come on. Is you just join a Zoom conference. Uh, if there are specific people that you want to see on here, let me know, and I will, go through contacting them. There's a few people that I talked to at the start of the summer that, uh, obviously, start of the summer is kind of a hectic time for people to try to plan things out, especially on the weekends, and I understand that. Um, but I think Caesar might actually come back on. And Dana, yes, I reminded Caesar when I saw him just the other day to get your stuff out. So hopefully he remembers. Uh, but we, yeah, I want to get him. I think Tyler Thomas said he wants to come back on. So I'll definitely be getting him on again. And we'll just go over some stuff. But, hopefully we'll get back into the swing of things, having live guests on here, having, a little more content that we can do. I just haven't been working, that much in the last well, this week, really. I only worked 2 days, and last week I only worked 4 days. So, and a lot of what we've been doing has been commercial stuff, and just the stuff that I've taken off is just junk. Um, but hopefully, we'll be able to do some really cool jobs, and I'll have some stuff to share with you. Uh, we've got a bunch of jobs coming up. I went to the Banner uh, distribution warehouse that's down in Charlotte Thursday afternoon and picked up, I think it was like 3 or 4 different purchase orders full of parts, and most of them are for jobs that I've quoted out. So I'm going to stay pretty busy coming up. Um, but there's going to be a lot of stuff. Let's see, Newhouse Lock and Key. Good morning. Tell people my rates as Lock Doctor is cheaper than Lock Coroner, so they shouldn't just let things slowly get worse. That's really good. That's a good saying. Yeah, I tell people all the time, I'm like, if you start noticing these issues out of this lock, don't wait until it breaks. Give us a call. And I know there's a lot of locksmiths that won't even touch electronic locks, deadbolts and other stuff, just because they don't recommend them, they don't like them. Um, maybe the area, maybe the people. Um, they are wildly popular in our area. Everybody wants them. And then, of course, if you have any Airbnb customers, they really almost have to have. In fact, I think Airbnb requires that they have connected smart deadbolts on the location, and that way the owners can remotely lock and unlock and change the codes, and which makes sense. And I enjoy having connected deadbolts on my house. Most people don't call until they absolutely have to. Yeah, we're actually pretty kind of even. Like um, we have a couple customers that will call us and say, hey, can you come by and we've got a couple doors that are having issues. Can you look at them? And they're not serious issues, but they want to see if we can do something. And a lot of times it's the doors dropped a little bit, or uh, it's a lubrication issue, which most of the time with with locks, as locksmiths know, it's either the door is dropped or there's not been any lubrication put in a lock in a long time. 90% of the times, until it's all the way broken. Then once it's all the way broken, you got to do something new. I have a ton of Airbnbs here. Those locks always fail at 2 a.m. And you know what, Jay? That's why I'm glad we're Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Actually, 8 to 5, but the shop's open 9 to 5. So, yeah, yeah, I don't miss going out at 2 a.m. They still confirm it had been working bad for 2 months. Yep, just finished a job for the parks in your city. They had locks smashed in, locks completely missing, etc. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Seen that before, where logs are, they're just falling off the door, falling out of the door. Um, this, I'm like, why did you wait so long to call? You know? Oh well. Oh well. Especially if they call at, 2 in the morning or 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. You almost decided to crack one open finally and not going to answer any calls of the day. Then obviously the rates go up on the weekends and nights. So it's a little bit more money in your pocket, but I have kitties everywhere. So anyway, guys, well, I guess this is kind of going to be a short one because I still can't remember the other thing that I was going to bring out and show. Um, I might have left it at work or in my car somewhere, but I can't even remember what it was because I saw it the other day and I'm like, oh, I'll do this on live, and um, that was it. Let's see. Favorite was opening a door and it almost falling on me because it failed to tell me the hinge pins were gone. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's horrible. Well, I went to a job Thursday and it was to add a Dallas key for a safe lock, which I've never done before. My boss hadn't done before. And I had, all the instructions and everything. And I get there because it took us literally 3 months to get a Dallas key because of the chip shortage, and all those issues and everything. It took 3 months for us to get one. So I go down there. It's at a pharmacy, and so it's like a pharmacy type safe with dual locks. It is a double stacked safe, ESL audit locks on both, and each door has its own individual lock. And I get there and I'm like, okay, who has the administrator code? And they're like, nobody does. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna need that. And they're like, yeah, the last person, the last locksmith that we had to add a key for us, had you call the manufacturer and get the master code. I'm like, really? Did they not give you that code? No. Okay, thanks. So I spent an hour on hold with AMSEC uh, to try to get that. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd moved from caller number 10 in the queue to caller number 5 after an hour. And I said, no. I said, I'm just going to email our rep and have her track down the information, which she's contacted somebody and they're supposed to be giving us a call at some point. And so hopefully I'll have that. But it's like, okay, you should demand information. As long as the kittens are here, we do not need to look at locks. Well, okay. Yeah. Kittens are sleepy though. Come here. Yep. Here's the other one. Now the little girl, who's the other black one, she doesn't really like being picked up a whole lot. But she's asleep over there next to the duplicator behind me. Yeah. Um, so hopefully coming up, we'll be back in the swing of things. If there's anything specific that you want to see me bring on live, just let me know. Shoot me an email, text message, um, leave a comment on this video, and I can, uh, get stuff for it, borrow stuff. Our rep, Caesar, and our Legion rep both said if I need any products to demo or explain or something, they'd be more than happy to let me borrow them for the purposes of live. And so if there's, again, anything specific that you want, just let me know. If I find interesting stuff, which I'm sure I will this coming week, then I will definitely bring it with me and we'll go over it and look at it, see what fails and what doesn't fail and why we replace things. Um, but anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and wind it up a little bit early. That way I can go in and take care of the other kitties inside and get some laundry done because today is a great laundry day. Um, and I will try to be at Jason's live this morning at noon, so about a hour and 20 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, Rune, I um, did talk to Caesar the other day, and I reminded him of that yet again. So he's like the rest of us, but he is a few months behind on getting stuff mailed out. Uh, and I told him, I said, just if he needed me to, he could bring them to me, and I would ship them out myself. But so we'll get it to Dana and Pocket Women though, and I know what Dana's getting, um, and I think she's going to have fun with that, and it'll be pretty cool. Raining here. Good. We'll have a good day. Spend some time outside when it's nice out. Um, yeah, it's supposed to rain all day today, so and most of the day tomorrow. So, um, and it rained all this past Monday on Labor Day. It rained all day, so we didn't get to go out on the lake. I woke up at uh, Kim's house. That's my friend, and woke up at her house. Looked outside the window, looked on the radar, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm going home today." And so I came home, just kind of chilled out all day. Um, but I like rainy days when I don't have to work in it. But anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up a little bit, a little bit early here, and that way maybe I can get some stuff put together, do some other stuff around the house that I've been needing to do, and um, anyway, hopefully we'll have a good rest of the weekend. And like I said, let me know all your ideas, requests, interests, things that you want me to show, and I will get that lined up for you. Um, Again, just shoot me an email, text message, leave a comment, something like that, and I will get on it. And anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, I guess, because I've just been rambling for the last 10 minutes. So anyway, wet here in the UK. Yeah, like listen, and condolences to all the people of the UK on the loss of the Queen. That was significant. I know people have different opinions of everything, but she was really a great person, somebody that a lot of our leaders should look up to, uh, try to emulate more, I think. But yeah, it's very rainy today. If I had the microphone on the phone going, you would be able to hear it hitting the roof right now. So, rain in Germany as well. Don picks. Alrighty. So yeah, I think Don picks. I think you're new here today. Saw a couple other names that looked a little new, and like I said, we've had about between 20 and 25 viewers the whole time. So, uh, nice turnout. I wish I had a little bit more, but come back again next Saturday. I'm live every Saturday morning now. Now that it's not summertime, lake season, I'm live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Uh, and then Jason Meeks over at SC Lock and Key, he's live at every Saturday at 11 Central Time, which is an hour behind me. See, wife and kids went to the beach in the city. Nice. So that's why it's nice at your place right now, Jay, because you're by yourself. No rain yet today, but we had all night. Yeah, it started raining here last night. So anyway, alrighty, folks. Well, y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and do some amazing stuff this week. Come back and share it with us next week. We will be back on our every Saturday schedule. So unless if I post some sort of announcement saying that due to unforeseen circumstances I'm not going to be here, then I should be here. So 10 a.m. and well, there's Dana coming back just in time to leave. And here's Lockpicking's gal joining in just in time to leave. Um, but anyway, Dana, I said it a little bit earlier. I didn't realize you had gone for a little bit, but I saw Caesar the other day and reminded him again about your stuff and Pocket Women's stuff as well. And uh, even if he had to bring it to me and I shipped it out, then we would do that. But he's on it. But we'll get you your stuff. Let's see. Just call next week's stream Saturday Live Kittens. Yeah, LPG very late, but that's all right. So, all right, folks, y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay out of trouble, and we'll see you next time.